G'day, my name's Ian Hongell and I'm the Chief Winemaker for Torbreck Vintners in the Barossa Valley. Today I want to talk about one of our very special wines called the Forebear. But before I go into its detail, I think the most important thing that makes the story so interesting is the history of this wine and the vineyard called Hillside. In 2002, Torbreck purchased the Hillside property, and it's a 300-acre vineyard that is now being divided equally as 1/3 vineyard, 1/3 natural bush, and 1/3 pastoral landscape and buildings. The things that drew it to this property was the ancient vines that are across this site, and they include Shiraz, Grenache, and White, which is now called Claret. The Hillside vineyard was purchased in 1850 by Samuel Springbett and his family. And once they purchased this site, they very quickly developed it into an active farm, which include cereal cropping, fruit trees, and also, most importantly, vineyard. The first vineyard that was planted was a 1-acre patch of 12 rows of Shiraz from the district. And this still lives today and is now the foundation of the wine that we call Forebear. It wasn't in the same condition when we first purchased the property, and through meticulous renovation and restructuring of the site, we've been able to bring back the vineyard to its former glory by layering, detailed pruning, and extending the vines to fill in the gaps where past indiscretions have seen vines die or perhaps been hit by farm machinery. It's a unique site on the property itself. Sitting at the bottom of a hill, it gathers natural drainage through the hillside, which tends to give it a longer hang time and one of the latest ripenings on the property for our Shiraz blocks. And what that does is it takes it into the very sort of cooler end of the growing season and allows it to have a fresher expression of Shiraz that I think sets it apart from a lot of the other fuller bodied Shirazes that we make. This unique style of Shiraz has more spice, more red fruit, but then also a real graphite tone across the palate with very fine firming tannins, which are, I think, attributed to the sands that the vineyard grows in. Part of the makeup of the geology is this sand over ironstone, and that's quite unique, where the ironstone gives the strength of the tannin profile, but the sand allows for infiltration of rainfall and allows the vine to capture everything that may land on the surface and gives the wine also freshness. Now, for a wine of this, I guess, perfume and style, we want to make sure that that's retained. So we use quite a neutral oak on the wine. It's 100% new, but rather than being of a very high char, it's more of a sort of a toast and a vanilla in structure in flavour, and it tends to harmonise with the fruit without dominating it, and allows it to really shape the wine in a beautiful way without sort of taking away from all the fragrance that we see in the southern end of the Barossa, particularly in the Lyndoch district. The thing I like about this wine is each time I try it, when you open it, it's just the pungent lift of fruit that comes out of the glass. It's just exotic, plush, really concentrated aromatics. It's almost overwhelming, and it's just, yeah, it's got such a powerful impression. As you taste the wine and look through the glass, the colours are so bright. The mouth feels rich and soft and plush and dense. Raspberries, plums, cherries, hints of chocolate underneath. And the palate framed. Graphite fine tannins, long, just flowing, still flowing. It's such a contrasting Shiraz for Torbreck. It's such a different site, and this is what made us so excited about giving birth to the Forebear and seeing that vineyard be brought back to life. is because it's created such a different wine, and it's so unique, and it's what makes single vineyard wine so exciting. For us, it's tiny production, so if you get the chance to try this, I really hope you enjoy it. Cheers.